You think you know me.
Look, I'm on page 3 of saving. Me and Natsuki mostly fall back into the same routine as last time. We get to work preparing to make cupcakes after unloading her bag full of equipment and get out the ingredients. The kitchen is once again a total mess soon after we start. She babysits my movement at first, but eases up on once she sees I'm not totally incompetent. I'll admit that I expected you to be worse at this. Thanks? I've only ever made cupcakes once before, but I had a pretty good teacher when I did. As much as I might hate to admit that. Huh? Who taught you how to make cupcakes? Don't worry about it. But truth be told, you kind of remind me of her. Her? Huh. Don't tell me you have another secret love interest. I shrugged back my shoulders as I smiled at Natsuki. What can I say, the ladies just can't keep themselves off me. Maybe because there aren't left after all the ones aren't all the same ones run away. Ouch. You're bringing out the clothes already, I see. Hehe. You were kinda asking for it. I'll allow that one, but I won't take any more just lying down. Fine, but it's your funeral. We continue our banter back and forth while doing our own things. As I'm beating the crap out of the icing, I notice Natsuki is staring at me. Something on your mind? Huh? Oh, it's nothing. And you're the one always calling me a bad liar. Come on, I'll hear you out if you have anything you want to talk about. Well... Did you and Yuri manage to finish up all the decorations earlier? Huh? Me and Yuri? Yeah, she told me that you cancelled on her yesterday. So I assume she came here earlier today. I see. She did come over, but we didn't manage to get everything done. You didn't? I figured she would have wanted to finish up with everything while she was here. Yeah, it's just that she had to leave early for something, so we didn't quite have enough time. Sounds to me like you ran her off. Very funny, Natsuki. She still won't tell me anything, you know. Tell you anything? But what happened between you two? Why she acts so differently now? You know, I never pegged you for being the nosy type. I'm not nosy! I'm just curious. It's hard to tell if she wants to know these things because she has a feelings for me, if she really is bothered by Yuri not telling her. And my chair is really squeaky. Listen, she'll tell you about it when she's ready. Don't hold it against her, she just doesn't have a lot of experience with these things. I know. But you'd figure that with the way she talks about you, she'd want to brag about something happening. Huh? The way she talks about me? Now who's the nosy one? Right. Can we just get back to making cupcakes before this turns into a crappy teen drama? Fine. The consistency of the ice I've been beating is pretty good at this point, so I present it to Natsuki for approval. That's not too bad actually. I watch as her exponentially succeeding in the ice pops in her mouth. Payback time. Gross. What did you just say? Oh please, don't tell me you're bothered by a guy calling you a gross. Not as bothered as you get when girl talks about boobs. Speaking of which... Right, alright, I take back what I said, you're not gross. Please spare me from another discussion about that. Well, that certainly made you crumple fast. I guess now I know how to keep that ego of yours in check. Well, that backfired. We continue what we are doing while trying to avoid any more topics that might be hazardous to my health. Which is what, everything? Ah, that smells so good. Cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of familiar, sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Look how cute they all look. She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the tray. Whoa, they do look really good. Though my icing skills are what really steals the show. Yeah, right. I'm still surprised you managed not to injure yourself while whisking. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsuki has some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We will all be using it this time though. Immediately go back to grab nozzle with a dinner tip. This one can be used for right stuff, right? Yeah, why? Well, I was thinking we could make the event more layered by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. Then we could see people choose their cups based on the word they like. Ooh, props to pass me for coming up with that idea. I was kinda expecting you to say something really stupid, but that's actually a really kawaii idea, so... Ha 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 ha. Don't worry, I'm coming around to your way of thinking slowly but surely. I still have a lot to learn from the master after all. You could say that again. Here, I'll go ahead and start on the icing. When we are finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to make our work. Look how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? Ooh, I wish I could have one now. My blood begins to boil as I hear her say this. Why don't you? I don't see why you couldn't. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. I'm sorry to hear that. What? Why? Since you're already over here, I was going to invite you to eat dinner with me. You were? I mean, but why? Well, it's getting about that time and I enjoy your company. I just figured I've just figured it was the most logical thing to do. I can tell Natsuki's tone, but the hatred I feel towards her father keeps me from thinking straight. It's alright if you can't stay, I wouldn't want to get in the way of your family time. No! I mean, it's not anything special, so he probably won't mind. I just need to make a call real quick. I watch as she pulls out her phone and goes into the other room. At this point, I don't know whether I'm actually helping her or making things worse. It's possible that not coming home might make her dad angry, but I also have the eerie feeling that he's not really cooking dinner. Is there anything I can do for her other than just providing a few meals? It's not like she can live on her own and there's multitude of reasons why she can't live with me. What would happen if I called the cops on her dad? Does she have any other family she could stay with? Damn it. I wish I could just ask her about these things. I feel a little guilty as I do it, but I focus my hearing and try to listen in on Natsuki's conversation. She's talking kinda softly, but I do hear Yuri's name come up at one point. She's probably telling him she's at Yuri's house. It's hard to forget her dad's policy on boys. I begin wrapping the trays of cupcakes to try and take my mind off things. A few more minutes pass before speaking tops and I hear Natsuki walking towards the kitchen. Any news? He said it was alright to eat here, but I still have to be back kinda early since it's a school night. I'm glad to hear it. Having said that though, I don't know the first thing about cooking a real dinner. You dummy. Do you think you could have told me that before I called my dad? I hope you're in a mood for fast food then. Fast food? Wow, you really know how to treat a lady, don't ya? Does that mean you're not interested? I didn't say that. Well then, Chinese it is. Huh? There's a really good Chinese place near her that delivers. They have a family pack you can get for pretty cheap considering how much food comes in it. Assuming you're okay with that. Yeah. That sounds good. Great, I'll go ahead and place the order real quick. You can go in the living room and watch TV if you want. Okay. And Lopsa, thanks. Yeah, I'm happy to be of service. I see her face beginning to turn red as she looks away and heads into the living room. Natsuki, I really do want to help you. Assuming my parents let me live long enough after I once again use this debit card. Man, they really are going to be pissed at me. After I finished the order, I realized just how much food actually comes in a meal. We could never finish it all whenever we used to get it for dinner. And that was a split between 3 people. I'd really hate for it to go to waste. That gives me an idea. I wonder what that idea is. As I step into the living room, I see Natsuki giggling. You're such a dork. Huh? I look at TV and realize that she has my Funimation account pulled up. Hey, what are you doing? Hehehe. You said I could watch TV and this is what was on. Jeez, I don't think I've ever seen a queue this long. This is why I can't have nice things. Calm down, I'm only messing with you. I'm actually surprised of how many things I've never heard of. Well, I could tell you about some of them if you'd like. I do only observe the finest media after all. Sure, that sounds good. One thing I want to ask real quick. The Chinese I ordered comes with a lot of food. I was wondering if you'd be okay with me inviting Sayori over. Huh? Why wouldn't I be? It is your house after all. Well, that was easier than expected. Sayori doesn't come over any Chinese. More than that though, she seemed excited by the fact Natsuki was here. I guess she worked through some of her insecurities. I couldn't be made happier by this thought. Other than that, I've been going through and giving a synopsis of shows that Natsuki seems interested in. After several minutes, I am interrupted by a knock on the door. The sound of giggling stops me as I reach for the knob. I have an order for Mr. Lopsa. I open the door to see Sayori standing with the other side holding the packages of food. So what you think? I could be pretty good at this whole delivery thing, huh? You weren't too shabby. Thought the giggling could use some work. Also, why do you have the food? Oh, I saw the delivery guy arrive when I was walking over here. He said that the food was already paid, so I told him I lived here. I was tempted to run off with it, but I didn't want to be mean to Natsuki. So you're saying that you would have been fine with taking if it was just me here? Don't worry, I would have brought the leftovers. Knowing you, there probably wouldn't be any leftovers. I thought of that too. What am I gonna do with you? I take the food from Sayori and motion towards the kitchen. Come on, help me set it in the kitchen before I ban you from eating any. Oh, a tongue face! I try to swipe at her, but she slips past me. Natsuki, help! As I follow after, I'm greeted with a very confused look in Natsuki. Hey, what are you doing? Lopsa is trying to be mean. So you have to protect me. I set the food down and begin opening the packages. She's threatening to take the food away, had you not been here. Well, serve you right. Maybe it'll teach you to be humble once in a while. Yeah. How do I always end up outnumbered in these situations? Maybe it's because you weren't such a meanie all the time, someone might take your side. As much as I would like to fight the both of you, this meanie is starving. You do have fun protecting each other, but I prefer to eat. I see two of them break apart the second I reach for some plates. What happened? I thought you were teamed up. Don't worry, we'll gang back up on you after we eat. Right. Man, I can never catch a break, can I? I pass out the plates and we all take turns loading them up. Once Natsuki has hers made, I notice she just stands around unsure of what to do. We usually eat in the living room when my parents aren't home, so you can go ahead and take a seat in there. Oh, right. She still seems a little uneasy as she makes her way into the other room. Wonder if she's not allowed to eat outside the kitchen at her house. How strict is her dad? I'll focus my attention on my plate to prevent any anger from bubbling to the surface. Sayori finishes her food before me and heads into the living room to accompany Natsuki. My mind returns to the negative side of the things when I'm alone. Is there anything I can do to really help her out of the situation she's in? If only I knew more details, I'm sure I could come up with something. But it's still way too soon to ask. Are you coming? We're not gonna wait forever, you know. Wait. As I enter the room, I see that Sayori is seated next to Natsuki on the couch we usually sit on. Something catches my eye as I make my way past them. Neither of the girls have touched any of the food on their plates yet. Huh? You didn't have to wait for me. Oh boy. Don't look at me, it was Natsuki's idea. Natsuki's? Jeez, don't get such a big head over it. You bought it, so it only makes sense to wait for you. I plopped down on the couch opposite them while smiling at her. Wow, I had no idea you could be polite, Natsuki. Hey, it's kind of throwing me off. Grrr. Just common courtesy. You can joke on the food for all I care. There she is. Guess you're the real Natsuki after all. Can we just eat already? We all eat for a while with a random TV show serving as a background noise. I get the occasional dose of paranoia of seeing Sayori whisper something to Natsuki and then watching them giggle. I attempted to ask what they were talking about after the second time, but Natsuki just shouted, "Girl business!" And while everything else seems normal, something still manages to bother me. The way Natsuki scarfed down her food while we're eating, it makes me realize just how bad things might be. We didn't invite her to dinner, she ate like she had never eaten before here. And the only food I can see with her stuff that makes it home-esque. I've never seen a bruise on her, but how much of a scumbag do you have to be to let your daughter so hungry? If I ever do if I ever do see that he's hit her, I swear I'll kill that son of a bitch. Huh? When is that I bent over fork in my head while I was thinking about it? Shit. Hey, language! Oh, sorry. I just bent my fork by accident. Figure swearing might fix it somehow. Why did you accidentally bend a fork? I guess by eating Chinese food. More importantly than that, does Sayori not allow the big bad Lopsa to say bad words? Well, I would also be a courtesy and upstanding citizen. People like that don't say bad words. Looks like she keeps Looks like she keeps your leash short, huh? Leash? Well, anyways, I watch as Natsuki stands out of the couch, still grinning. Thanks for the food, but I should probably be heading home. I was supposed to leave a few minutes ago, but now I'm glad I didn't. Do you want us to walk you home? I'll be alright, but you better not forget to bring my cupcakes to the festival tomorrow. Don't worry, I won't forget. I'm sure this bloodhound over here won't allow me to take my attention away from them anyways. Hey! Then I guess I'll see you at the festival tomorrow. Oh, and Lopsa, try not to say any more dirty words while I'm gone. Haha, you're so funny. After saying our goodbyes and walking Natsuki to the door, me and Sayori return to the living room. Instead of sitting down like she does, I pick up my plate and the 2 plates the girl used. What are you doing? I figured I'd go ahead and do the dishes now that we're done eating. Plus I need to wrap the leftovers and put them in the fridge. Oh. Do you want any help? Thanks, but I should be able to handle it. Considering my retribution for having such a foul mouth. Sorry if I embarrassed you, I wasn't thinking. It's alright, I wasn't really that embarrassed. Though I imagine that won't change Natsuki's teasing over it. Yeah, that's Natsuki for ya. Let's just hope she doesn't tell the others. I get the feeling that Natsuki isn't wanting to keep these things to herself. My shoulders drop a little as I continue towards the kitchen. Hey, try and find something good for us to watch while I'm in here. Anything but another rom-com, I'm burnt out on those. Yes, sir. A thought that I had on my mind all week surfaces as I begin to rinse the plates. Tomorrow's it, the day that Sayori... Surely there's no way she'll do it. She's like a totally different person than she was. But still, I can't help but worry. Maybe there's something else I can do, something to guarantee it doesn't happen. I rub my brain back for ideas that might pop up. My face turns red as I remember what I thought about yesterday. No way. With how we are now, there's no way I could ask her to spend the night. Even though my focus is on helping, my face grows hotter as I think about it. Her parents won't allow it, even if they don't know about us being a couple. Still, what other way is there? Sleeping tonight will be impossible with how much I'll be thinking about it. Even if it is embarrassing, it's for Sayori. I finish up the dishes and put the leftover food in the fridge. As I walk back into the living room, I try to come up with a cute way to tackle the conversation. Being the eccentric human being I am, I vault over the back of the couch and down onto the empty cushion. What's shaking, Bacon? You're such a goofball. You called me weird and Sayori called me a goofball. Is today opposite day? There wasn't anything good on, so I settled on this. It looked like Sayori picked a run-of-the-mill crime drama. Can't say I'll be focused much on the TV anyways. Another question pops into my head as I make myself comfortable next to her. Hey, did you know that me and Natsuki would be making cupcakes today? Huh? Oh, yeah, Monica told me this morning when I sent her over the pamphlet design. Monica? Was she, She seemed fine to me. In fact, she was actually really helpful for giving me feedback. I see. It's good to hear that. Yeah. I was actually a little worried at first, but she reassured me that she was okay with it. She did? As much as I would like to believe that, I have a feeling she was just trying to comfort Sayori. Didn't Yuri come over here today too? Did two of you manage to finish all the decorations? Well, we got some of them done, but I guess I was a slow worker. I see. She didn't try to... I put my hands on Sayori's shoulder and try and comfort her. don't worry, nothing like that happened. She came over, we worked on decorations for a while, and then she left. When Monica told me you were helping Yuri, Oh no. Please, just... no. I was scared. I trust you, but still. It's alright, it's partially my fault. I should have told you beforehand. But with everything that's been going on, I guess it slipped my mind. So don't feel bad or think you're selfish, alright? You're totally justified in the way you were feeling. I put my arm around Sayori and pull her closer. It's only reasonable thing to worry. It's only reasonable thing to worry about when dealing with a chick magnet like me all the time. Sayori leans in and rests her head against my shoulder. You really are a goofball, Lopsa. But please tell me next time. She finally wraps her arms around my abdomen as she says this. I will, Sayori, I promise. We sit in silence for a few more minutes while I mentally scold myself. I sure know spending time with Yuri alone would bother her. Damn it! Why didn't I think about telling her sooner? Hey Lopsa. Sayori straightens up some and releases her grip on me. Are you scared about presenting tomorrow? I wouldn't say I'm scared per se, but I am a little anxious. What about you? Are you nervous at all? Well, I was excited at first since I really like to perform my poems, but now that it's only a day away, I'm beginning to feel something else. Doing poetry in the club with just you guys is totally different. I mean, what if people don't like my poem? Poke. Have you worried too much, Sayori, you know that. Listen, your poems are amazing and I'm not just saying that to be nice. I'm sure people are bound to resonate with you whether you're being bubbly or serious. I don't know about presenting poetry, but I do know that you're passionate about it. Even if someone doesn't like it, well, screw them. I'll personally fight everyone that does that if that's what it takes to make them realize how wrong they are. So you always act so tough. Sayori once again pulls herself closer, but this time she doesn't go for my shoulder. Thank you. She whispers this just before our lips meet. As we kiss, I notice that she seems more unsure this time compared to the others. She's leaning at an odd angle and it appears she isn't sure what to do with her hands. After only a few brief seconds, she pulls away some. Lopsa, I'm nervous. Nervous? The way I feel right now, it's... I once again feel her grip on me tight as she tries to find the words. I don't want to mess things up, but... Am I selfish for feeling like this? The weight of what Sayori is saying freezes my thought. Is she asking what I'm thinking she's asking? I try to cover my panic in my voice as I begin. You're not selfish, Sayori, not even a little bit. And don't worry, we can go at whatever speed you feel comfortable with. I say this even though my own mind is equivalent to scrambled eggs. Lopsa. The query in her voice as she says my name makes me feel dizzy. Instead of re-engaging the kiss, Sayori simply rests her head on my chest. I'm not sure whether I should be disappointed or relieved. I return her hug and rest my head on hers. I hope she doesn't notice my heartbeat is all over the place right now. We return to our regular sitting position after a while. I glanced at the channel I changed the channel to a comedy schizo to try and ease some of the tense vibes in the room. I'm not sure what it is, but as I look at her, Sayori appears more confident. I also realized that after the events that just transpired, it will probably be impossible to convince her to spend the night without her thinking I'm the one. I'm after one thing, that is. Still, it's my best bet to make sure nothing goes wrong. Internal sigh. Hey Sayori, I got a question. Sure, what is it? Well, I was just wondering. We both have to leave early tomorrow to help set up the classroom, and I'll need help carrying the cupcakes. I'm just thinking that, well, maybe it would be easier if you spent the night. Like a sleepover, you know? A sleepover? You can feel my face redden to match hers. Yeah, and you better not be having any dirty thoughts right now. No! I mean, I was just wondering what my parents would say, since it's a school night and all. I was about to say, purity is the most important attribute for a gentleman like me to have. You could have fooled me with what you said earlier. Did you say something? Nope, just think about how I would ask. So you're okay with spending the night? Yeah, it's been a long time since we had a sleepover. And surely a gentleman like you wouldn't try anything indecent. Isn't that right? Absolutely. I take it upon my honor to treat women with only the utmost respect. Except for Monica. I salute while saying this to honor all the chivalrous who have come before me. I'll head home and ask my mom about it. And what about your dad? He's out of town, so you don't have to worry about him coming over and killing you. Not until he gets back, at least. My paranoia that Sayori's dad somehow knows about everything I've done with his daughter heightens. She stands up off the couch and I do the same. If she says it's okay, I'll grab a few things and come back. Alright, and don't worry if she says no. We should still have time to get everything together in the morning. Okay, I'll just text you if that happens.